Hello, Arf here. We're down here on the fossil beds. It's August 20th. They closed the gates yesterday, so the water below the dam has fallen. Now, it's down to about 10 feet on the lower gauge, so there's a whole lot of land available to hike. I'm down here today because I'm checking on some of the caches I had down here. One of these got DNF'd. So, I'm going to go up here and check on this cache. This is my first time in here. Even though it got DNF'd, I suspect that it's probably covered over with sand. So I'm going to take my hiking stick, I'm going to poke a few spots, and I fully expect to hear a clunk or a thunk, you know, the unmistakable sound of an ammo can. Before we get started, I want to show you this. Check this out at the end of my hiking stick. That's a deer. All right, we're going in there. That's all willows. This is basically a great big sand dune. There are no cobwebs. According to my GPS, if you can see this, I am 83 feet from the cache. Now, every year this cache gets a little difficult to find the first time, so I'm sure it probably is this time as well. It's interesting to come in. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's at least 12 degrees cooler in the shade in here because that reflective limestone out there will absolutely melt you. And even though I have a headset on to cover my ears up, I am pretty doggone burned on my arms, even with some SPF 60. So let's see what we got here. Alright, GPS says 45 feet. Now, this is not nearly as thick as I'm used to it being. This is pretty good walking. So, you step over a lot of stuff, a lot of trip hazards. If you look at your GPS, you're probably going to fall down. All right, let's see. All right, this says 14 feet. And believe it or not, I kind of recognize this spot because when I hid the ammo box, I cabled it to the base of willow trees. So what you do, you start popping the bottom until you hear the clunk. I don't hear a clunk. I don't see a cable. This cache has been here for several years. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, all right, here we go. Now, Old Man River's a weird guy. He can do strange things. This cache was cabled with bicycle locks at the base of these willow trees, sycamores where we're standing. Sycamores bend, but they don't break, so they give good shock absorption to anything hidden and cabled to the base. Never have I lost an ammo box down here. My GPS is showing 9 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet. It's moving around, but basically it's saying we're here. I basically recognize this spot, and I recognize it even more because one of the weird oddities of nature and of Old Man River is this. You're not going to believe this, but guess where my ammo can is? Nope, not down there. It's up there. Look at that. Bicycle cable locks are intact, and this is just hanging, draped over a branch where the water floated the ammo box up the tree, and that's probably as high as the water got down here this year. We didn't have a violent year, so That's probably where it got to, and that was it. I want to see if I can get up here without breaking my leg. And this is our official geocache. It was painted orange, so it was easy to spot. I'm going to let it down if I can. I don't know how it got where it is right here, and I'm going to guess this. When this cam was cabled to the bottom of that tree, the tree was at the level of the sand. So the sand and the dune and the island is about 3 feet lower in total elevation than it was when I hid the cache. That cache used to be on the ground at the base of the tree. The water would just flow over the top of it. Well, erosion has taken the sand away. The ammo box is still cabled safely to the tree, but it's about 3 feet off the ground. So, hey, I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm going to open it up, of course, check on the contents, see if I can do that. You know what ammo boxes are famous for, right? So you're about to find out how they stand up. Inside the box, look at there. There's C.W. Gladstone from the hike of 2012. So the can got damp on the inside. When we come back on for the hike on October 26th, on October the 26th this year, I'll replace that logbook. If I can find the keys to the locks, then I'll unhook it and drop it down to the base of the trees down there. Till then, that's the way you find an ammo box on the island, and ammo boxes survive. So we'll see you next time.